Hello again. We're back in the Bachelor's playthrough. What do we have to do? Enemy unseen. Olgimsky has become strangely pliable. So I gotta go to Georgiy, I think. From what I see, I think it's Georgiy time. Let's walk his way. What's with the open mouth, kid? You're drawing flies. Is it true they can raise people from the dead in the capital? Yes, it is. What if we say, who told you such nonsense? My dad! He read about you in the papers. I just wanted to make it so that people would live longer, really. And preferably on their own accord. Sounds cool. So they wouldn't be able to die on someone else's accord then, right? That would be too cool to be true. Interesting conversation. Okay, is this what we were supposed to
Who could
do?
have thought? A plague is staring us in the face. That's how much his demise means.
I have a favor to ask of you, Judge. I am indebted to you, dear doctor. Speak. I will be happy to grant any request that is within my power to fulfill. It has to do with Isidore Brock's son. Yes, I know the man, if only by what the others have to say about him. Regrettably, I've yet to meet him personally. He was one of the main suspects in Simon's murder. He also hasn't declared himself, not to my judgment anyway, of the charge of murdering his own father. Now he is the main suspect in the theft of my brother's body. I hope you are not going to solicit forgiveness on his behalf. That is exactly what I'm going to do. This is one of the few requests that I am not prepared to meet. That is to say, I wouldn't be, if anyone other than you were asking. But I believe without a shadow of a doubt that you are acting in good faith and with most noble intentions. Young Brock deserves to have a break. That's what I need of him now, anyway. Very well, Doctor. I will do what you ask of me. But having done that, I urge you to tell me who stole my brother's body as soon as you learn their identity. I promise I will not punish Burak, only unless it turns out he was the thief. You have my word, and if I find out that Burak was the culprit, you'll be the first to know. Nothing appeared in my quest log. I suppose I just have to go back to Olgimsky. Also, how amazing is it that I didn't pull up the map even once at this point? I just went with my gut. Oh, there we go. Yes! Yes! Perfect! Amazing, we got another SCHMOWDER. 4 SCHMOWDERs! And I'm on day 3. How awesome is that? Oh my god. I'm so happy. Come on, Aspity. Please give me the butchers.
He who distrusts himself
there we
is
go.
better off silent.
Big Vlad agrees. He swore that from this point on, not a single runaway in the town would be killed on his orders. Proof? It's already done. The orders have been issued for Saburov's patrolmen and the Olgimsky's men, sealed and delivered. Fine, then. I'll send 3 butchers to the infected Skinners. They'll be waiting for you there. If they manage to find a dead body, cut it and survive to see you. That is, follow them in an hour. They may die before you reach them, so waste no time. Follow them in an hour. It would make sense for me to go with them straight away then, wouldn't it? Only the shabnak cut the dead open. And does it even matter whose hand holds the knife? What matters is who's given out the order. Or do you think people won't realize who's violating the dead if you simply keep quiet and stand aside? Sounds convincing. I strongly advise you to conduct reconnaissance before you go into the infected district. Prepare for the field trip well. Rumor has it the place leaves you less chances than a mincing machine would. The patrolmen guarding the infected houses have already consumed half of the confiscated drugs. Thank you, Aspity. Okay, the Skinner's district is contaminated. I hope that one of the 3 butchers that Aspity dispatched there is able to return with a suitable specimen. There is no time to procrastinate. A letter? Epidemic, written on your recommendation, sent for approval. The address to the townspeople. Attention all citizens. Following the outbreak of a lethal disease commonly known as sand plague, sand pest, and sand dirt, the town authorities hereby declare state of emergency. A disease is extremely dangerous, extremely contagious. There is still ongoing research as to how the disease is transmitted, but cases of contact and droplet infection have been confirmed. There are currently no vaccine solutions in the town, and none are to be expected before the regular train arrives. Please be extra careful. The townspeople are forbidden to leave their homes unless under special instruction. Remember, the possibility of infection is much lower for those who stay indoors. The citizens are advised to sterilize their household wares, boil their clothing, and exterminate as many vermin as possible. Do not panic. Medics, couriers, and executors will take care of mail delivery, as well as the distribution of drinking water, provisions, and medicine. Requests should be written down and slid under the door for couriers to collect. The address was composed on the instructions of Bachelor Dankovsky and ratified by the State of Emergency Town Governor Alexander Saburov. It is compulsory to follow every advice herein. Nope. Do I have a plague finder? Yeah. Hello. The infected areas are strictly off limits. Keep out. I've been granted emergency powers. You must have been informed by the governor. I'm Bachelor Dankovsky. Yes, sir. We were, sir. I apologize. Better safe than sorry. Come through. But keep in mind, sir, they're all crazed, mad, and insane in there. Possessed. If they attack you, go ahead and run anywhere, but do not kill them. We'll have to intervene and beat you within an inch of your life, for they are innocent and in pain. So they are going to attack me, but not you? How in the world does that work? Well, you as Doc. We patrol people who have nothing to offer them but a good old blow on the head, and we won't let them out. They tried to escape, there's no denying that. They did. We taught them a lesson, though, and we're protected too, thanks to you. Protected? Yes, sir. They've distributed them pills among us. Told us 'twas on your orders. Told us they're very much a good remedy to invigorate the body, but bad for the heart. Also, they make it so that your blood doesn't curdle no more, but rather fills the veins, making them bursty and thus shabby. Am I saying that right? You should stop trying to be smart, mate. Just stand guard. Barter. These go for... This is 5. Yeah, I can go for some vegetables. Okay, I'm in the Skinner's. There we go. A killed butcher. That villain to chop up a lad like that. He must know his trade well, addressing carcasses and the likes. Look, over there, they're carrying the body with all the cuttings. Where to? The cemetery, where else? To prepare for burial. What'd you ask, sir? Why wasn't the body returned to the family? Ain't got no family. There's only Grace to give him solace now. I see. The body that the butcher had cut open was taken to the cemetery. Oh, did I just get it right away? Nice. So, I'm infected! No! Fuck. I can't fucking stand still for 1 second. Oh my god. Okay. I need to get out of here. I just got infected. Oh my god. Okay, maybe let's go a little farther. Well, I have a lot of health boosters. Or whatever they're called. Okay, I get a bad feeling about this. Let's save our game. Oh shit. Better equip my gun. Do I have any bullets? Okay. Anything I can help you with, good sir? Was this body brought from an infected district? Yes, we're preparing for the burial. What's in it for you? No questions. Did Governor Saburov forget to inform you of my mandate? Governor Saburov? Governor Saburov is not my commanding officer. I'm a volunteer. Do you get that, Doctor? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Perhaps we could strike a bargain. Okay, so there was no... What the fuck? Okay. Hello.
Haruspex and his kind band together. That's a good enough reason.
Keep your voice down and listen carefully. I've told these people you're not the person who ordered the butchers to cut corpses. Thank you. I appreciate that. I had to concede that there's an unknown Ripper on the loose, twice a criminal, for daring to raise his knife against the inviolability of a body, and for defiling the sacred peace of the dead. I told them you weren't the real Ripper, and we've started a manhunt for the real one. Good move. It will put them on a false trial. These patrolmen were keeping watch at the cemetery. Right now there is no one there. I will task them with blockading an infected district, and I will dispatch the next shift of guards to the cemetery 10 minutes. Do you hear? 10 minutes after you leave. You have a 10-minute head start to do whatever you need to do. Thank you, Governor. I understand and appreciate what this act has cost you. Run! Shit. It's better not to go through the infected district. Also, it's good to, boop boop. We have a 10-minute head start in order to get, to the body in the cemetery and get that blood sample. So that's exactly what we're going to do. Perfect. That's Clara's hole. Did anything update? No, not yet. Are the patrolmen on their way? Doesn't seem like it. Maybe they spawn right by the cemetery. Okay, we need to get to Ruben now. I think it would be best to follow the railroad tracks. Okay, hi Ruben. Hello, 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 hello.
Perfect valor is to do without witness what one would do before all the world.
Finally! The operation's been a success, I hope. It was, if such dubious endeavor can be called an operation at all. The microscope is at your service, colleague. May you be the first to make the discovery. Much obliged. Where's the microscope? Okay, I looked in there.
Shh.
So?
They can be around.
What did you see there? Everything's dead. The dead tissue would not allow the microbial culture to survive. We might have tried to force the bacteria to reproduce. The problem is, there are no bacteria left. The culture has perished. This is bad. Quite the opposite, colleague. This is outstanding. What we've just discovered allows us to suggest that sandpest does not linger in dead bodies. As soon as it kills an infected person, it leaves. It needs warm blood, rich in oxygen, to survive. How do you think the bacterium kills, Bachelor? It causes a massive contamination of the blood. In so doing, it overloads the cardiac muscle. In all likelihood, the infected suffer a stroke. That is something we didn't know before. So in order to acquire the potent, living microbial culture, we will have to get our hands on a still beating heart. This is borderline absurd. We can start to research your vaccine, though. Don't you have that unique source of yours? I do. In any case, our work must no longer be delayed. Not after the new hope the day has brought. What does this mean? Firstly, it suggests that something as simple as house walls might provide a certain level of protection. Secondly, that the killer's life cycle is very short. Therefore, there is a natural restriction on how fast the disease can spread. As soon as the infection kills whoever carries it, it dies. This means the disease can be fought. Yes, there is hope. Although the enemy is invisible and ubiquitous, it is far from invulnerable. We have found at least one weakness. Oh, thank you. Is this for my... How do I...
Shh. They can be around.
Wait, I need to check my settings.
Master would have approved of my action.
There we go. I am smart. I am so smart. Well then, the tissue extracted from the corpse did not contain the microbe. It perished together with the host. I have come to the conclusion that it may be possible to curb any spreading of the disease. Full isolation will be essential. Mere walls, perhaps, may offer some kind of protection. Glass walls, in particular. Alright. Hell yeah. We've made progress with the quests and such. Okay, time to rob. And also maybe trade. Oh no, it's the shit house. Come on, let me take egg. Very nice. At least some food. Well, this was shit. Never again. Let's check up on Ava.
There'll be no deaths while you're with us.
Nothing. Sleep in our own bed. And let's see. Okay. How is our infection is fine. Immunity could be better. Health. My reputation? Oh, it's going low. Why is that? I can win it back by just killing bandits, though. So nothing lost, really. Okay, full 6 hours? Sure. We gotta go see the play, though.
The day is over. Your timely efforts allowed your supporters
To remain unharmed. A new mime performance is being rehearsed at the theater. The evening letter from the powers that be, Day 3. Insofar as the victory over the enemy is comparable to learning its nature, we see you as our champion as well as our scholar. We think it would be appropriate to inform you of the conditions of your victory. We hope you appreciate the fact that the disease is nothing more than an unfortunate coincidence. You should treat this as a basis for your research. For if the outbreak is entirely accidental, as the lack of any outside influence on the town suggests, then it should be comparatively easy to handle. Avoid multiplying casualties. Seek an answer in unorthodox methodologies. The cause of the outbreak is not of a fundamentally familiar nature, so you may need an adventure of sorts to remove it. Confidential notation. Oh, we didn't read this. The annotation for patrolmen, couriers, executors, and sanitary personnel. In order to prevent panic, this annotation is classified and its contents should be under no circumstances disclosed to the civilian population. The disease is incurable. There is no vaccine, neither here nor in the capital. However, there are a few positive facts. The probability of contracting the disease is significantly lower for someone who has taken immune system stimulants. As of now, we believe that A pills and B pills, yellow-colored and blue-colored pills respectively, provide the best protective effect. Excessive doses of these medicaments may be detrimental to one's health. Additional protection is afforded by synthetic clothing. Woolen garments are strictly off limits. Parasites. The clothing should be changed as often as possible. Important. The disease develops sporadically. At its initial stage, it does not progress in any significant way, especially if antibiotics are taken. However, if contact with the infection reoccurs, the development of the disease becomes extremely rapid. The disease is not transmitted by means of droplet infection. As of now, we've yet to find out how it is contracted. Preliminary tests suggest that the disease is not contagious at early stages. Therefore, there is no need to isolate the sick person immediately after the appearance of the symptoms. Appendix: the executors? In consideration of your particular line of work, we believe that you will not be able to avoid infection. If you have contracted the disease, do not give in to despair. It would have happened sooner or later anyway. Try your best to conserve the infection at its initial stage. Take antibiotic medicine. Consider using the SCHMOWDERs. They are extremely dangerous, but they help curb the infection. What are you reeking of, my good man? Is this some kind of sap? Twyrine sap it is. And let me tell you, the twire gathered at the flabby mud last year had extraordinary properties. Truly extraordinary. Really? What were they? Here's what I think. A herb is like a person. Each blade has its own character. The bouquet has to be collected carefully, like a family, bloom to bloom, and the proportion, mind the proportion. But water is also important. You can't just take any water. Yes, tell me about the water, my good man. What kind of water do you have here? We all live off steppe juices. Twire the herb draws its juices from the steppe. Sun draws its juices from twire. So does a bull, who gives and takes away. So does a man, a sinful worm, who sucks the earth out of it for his needs. The juices of a body are a gift, and the key to understanding everything. Where do you draw water from? The steppe grants us water. Each spring has a different kind. One of them is filling, another is joyful, and the third one may be evil. Evil? How? 'Tis no good drinking this shugag water, professor. Whenever anyone offers you a glass of water, take the lovely Dove schritt front, and inquire as to whether the water's been taken from Sugag. And if they confess that it has, stuff that water down their throat, for 'tis a sin to blight an honest man with it. Evil comes from that water, not the pest, just evil. What kind of water does Garkin produce? The common kind, dirty. I see. Come on. No! No, fuck. No, Jesus. I used to be so much better at this. Oh, I got the bottles. Playtime.
So?
It stays away from dead bodies, disappearing from corpses without a trace. It's been established that you can outweight it if you're careful and discreet. The glass will keep the best, as it's supposed to.
What does it mean?
It means we have a fighting chance. the infectious agent only sticks to living matter and is repelled by dead surfaces. Those who remain indoors are more likely to survive. Scurrying and making a fuss means death. All in all, we can fight.
You self-serving jerk. You've got your own agenda, haven't you? You're always up for a fight. You just need an adversary. What about the people?
Hush, don't you get in his way. He seems to have a plan.
It's all wrong. It's no good at all.
Daniel's fun step vacation, it is. No? I can't understand these plays for the life of me. I don't think I ever will. A knife and a lockpick? Wow. Great find. That was a lucky one. And bandages too. Hey, this is going well. Got quite a bit of food. Fuck you. Fuck you. Oh my god. Not the rats. How do I... Okay. A lockpick, another one. Hey. Hey, hey. This is great. Oh, this is two. There we go. Another one. Thanks. Ugh. 2 needles. Oh, and another letter. Victor Kine's invitation. I was informed that our major concern today is to prepare the town to defend itself in the face of calamity that has befallen us. Although it is the Olgimsky family who are in charge of these issues, we would like to contribute as much as we can. Besides, something tells me you're not going to be all that happy with the yieldings of Vlad's undertakings. Please find a moment to discuss a certain idea with me. Victor Kine. Sure enough. Oh, what is this? Is this Twirine? Should I just make a run for it? Oh no, that was a bottle. Why did it look so different? God, that jump scared me. Well, moving on.
What?
Greetings, Honorable Doctor. Our job is almost done. Are you satisfied? It depends on how well you've done it. We did well, though it was a challenging task. The so-called waste house has proved to be an ideal location, so we've cleared it up to refashion it into a morgue. As for the isolation ward, it will be founded at the Ravels. What? As far as I know, Lara Ravela was planning to turn her house into a small shelter for a few dozen people tops, and nothing more. She agreed to undertake urgent steps. You know how fast the disease spreads better than anyone. Too many people are striving for a safe haven. An isolation ward is not a shelter. It's a sludge tank for the people hailing from extremely unsafe places, which under the circumstances basically means everyone who's been outdoors. Do you consider a mansion to be an inappropriate place for this? I'll take a look at it. What about the other facilities? The hospital is almost ready to be opened. I'm not sure there's much sense to it, though. Unlike the morgue, everyone has already admitted the disease to be the sandpest. We've chosen one of the standard houses. You'll like it. Hopefully no one was deprived of a roof over their heads, were they? Of course not. We wouldn't be so harsh as to drive people out of their homes, even in case of an emergency. Don't worry, Doctor. There isn't a single soul living in that house. Fine, that will do. I will get back to you after I examine the place. Lara Ravels. Lara has provided Olgimsky with a place for a public isolation ward with her own house. I need to inspect the building.
Stupid whelps. And my haruspecs too.
Okay. Well, Lara Ravel's place is on the way to the Kinds, so let's go there first. Okay, we can stop by the pharmacy, by the way.
There are dark rings under your eyes.
I'm so glad nothing bad happened to you yesterday. Is it true you're planning to host an isolation ward? Do you realize what it entails? I didn't have a choice. Didn't have a choice? Why? I had to do it to protect the privacy of a certain information, the good name of a certain person, and most likely the life of another one depend on it. Surely that's reason enough. Forgive me, it's uncomfortable for me to talk about it. Tell me. No, enough questions, please. I've already told you more than I should have. Fine, have it your way. It's tough, but if that's what has to be done, then that's fine, I'll make do. There won't be too many patients, even fewer of them strangers. But we're out of water. We need to arrange for it to be delivered. Vlad the Younger can help with that. He knows the local water supply chain like the back of his hand. Wait, you have no water? How is that possible? Well, it's not running anymore. I don't know why. The pipes are empty. They produced rusty clotted liquid of reddish color for a while, but then it was gone too. Who can sort this out? Perhaps Vlad the Younger could be of help. He's been making himself busy with water pipes, wells, and the likes for years. I think it's personal. He treats water as if it was liquid gold. He procures it just as easily. And procures it just as eagerly. Okay, and hear this. If the Elgimsky couriers come knocking on your door, slam that door into their faces. There will be no isolation ward here as long as there's no water. That's an order. Okay, great.
I think
Okay. Pharmacy and then Kine. And then Vlad. Seems reasonable enough. I'm gonna need a lot of those. Thank you. Not happy with how this is turning out. Not at all. Should I rob another house? Ah, fuck it. Meats. Oh, that was close. That's some good loot. I got a whole, like, chunk of meat out of this. That's great. I'm doing well. Little girl! She spawned! Yes! I think they spawn at 9 a.m. A lockpick? Okay. Okay. We like lockpicks. We do. We like them. And we still have enough needles for another SCHMOWDER, so that's good. Jeez, at this rate I'm not gonna have to buy any food for like ever. Damn, the lockpick system is really like, it's so like overpowered in some way. I don't know. Like once you know what to do with it, and how valuable lockpicks are, then you're basically unstoppable. You get all the food and the trading items you need. Healing items even sometimes. That's pretty damn good. Also, if you know just how valuable needles are, you could just keep going to clothes stores and buying them all off. Like I'm doing right now. Yeah. That's a shit ton of needles, and I can get so many SCHMOWDERs for it. Alright, Victor.
What?
A new phenomenon manifested itself today. It might be of interest to you, as it admittedly is to me. We may have stumbled upon a mystery whose solution may have far-reaching consequences. This concerns the Skinner's district. Tell me, this is of special interest to me because of the ongoing research for buildings that could serve as sanitary wards. Indeed, you're reading my thoughts. The Skinners have died out. Supposedly, it has become entirely free of infection. The streets, the walls, the various objects, and even the corpses, everything is clean. People can safely touch bodies that only recently were a very strong source of infection. How is that known? The news was brought from looters who have been all over the district grabbing abandoned property. I've already given the orders to deal with them, but only you can ascertain that the homes really are disease-free. Well, let patrolmen deal with the looters. If these rumors are true, we'll start making the abandoned homes ready for their new tenants. I can foresee us soon needing to find room for refugees from other infected districts. We'll give them provisional lodging at the vacant houses. I'm sure you understand that in order to make such a risky decision, I must be absolutely certain. What can I do to help? Take a look around the Skinners, check inside the houses. If they truly are clean, find something that could prove it. And of course, you may use any abandoned property as you see fit. Better you get it than the looters. Yes, that's promising. I'll be back with the report. The blockaded district. Victor said that my word would suffice. Still, I think he would appreciate if I provided some evidence of how thorough the inspection was. I believe that a dead looter's belongings will serve this purpose just fine. Sanitary procedures. Defending the town is the primary concern. Olgimsky has plenty enough time to create several safety zones. Nonetheless, he thought it better to use Lara Ravel's mansion to isolate those who ventured into the infected areas of the town. Lara told me that the town waterworks ceased to function last night. Perhaps Vlad the Younger will be able to shed some light on the situation. He seems to be the man in the know when it comes to the town water supply. Yes, alright. So, then we go to Vlad, then we go to the Skinners, and so on and so on. I think that's going to be it for today though. We'll do all of that next episode. So yeah, thank you for watching, and see you guys next time as we try to save this town once again. Bye!